Greetings, family. Once again, welcome to Live with Shatufa. We are hearing these days quite a lot of talk about what is happening in South Africa, where there is quite a lot of push and throwing of stones on the foreign nationals, and quite a lot of South Africans, especially when you look at the posts that come, especially on Twitter, you find that there's quite a lot of such. Vile talk, if I can call it, that is said about foreign nationals and them being this and them being that and the like. And there is this narrative that always wants to be portrayed of just saying foreigners are those smelling ones, according to them, and those that are, just troublesome, creating crimes and things like that. But it's so surprising now that the reality on the ground will be that these foreigners come in different different groups of people, but you would find that it's like the picture that is painted always wants to be the one that is the bad one all the time. There was a time that I did a show and I was explaining that a lot of especially Zimbabweans who are in different sectors are the ones that are running South Africa. I gave you an example of the finance, and I said finance, the economy of South Africa in the financial sector. There's quite a lot of Zimbabweans. And if you go in education, professors, you go to doctors, you go to lecturers, things like that. You go to engineers, you would find that a lot of Zimbabweans are in those sectors, and they are the ones that are actually running the economy of South Africa. I know if you say that, and South Africans hear that, they would throw stones and insult you and say, "Hey, what are you saying? And what about leave our country and things like that." But the truth of the matter is, this is a reality. Today, we have a shocking revelation that is coming from the new Minister of Home Affairs in South Africa, who says only 6% of South Africans have degrees. Just imagine, 6% have degrees. And this is a very small number because we are looking at a nation that is so big. And for it to have 6% of South Africans having degrees, I'm telling you, this is really very shocking revelation. But it confirms the thing that we have always been saying. It is confirming the thing that we have been saying, that the economy of South Africa is being run by foreigners. But when you hear the talk about against foreigners that is said in South Africa, you'd think that foreigners are just there to steal. So whatever luxury and comfort that South Africans are enjoying today, it is because the foreigners are creating that comfort. They are the people that are making sure that the economy runs. They are people that are making sure that systems are functional. They are the people that make sure that everything is moving well. The EFF leader, Julius Malema, has always been saying this, that you want to just wake up and chase foreigners, but you don't know the gap that you people want to create, whether you are going to be able to fill in that gap. And he also gave example, and the other time I saw one video where he was saying, plumbers that we have in South Africa, most of them are foreigners. And do you South Africans want to chase them? Are you going to be able to go into the sewerage systems and start to push, the sewage? Would you want to do that? And you are saying most South Africans don't want to do that. But you want to chase these people as if when they go, you stop using your toilets. So you see, this is the reality on the ground. So I know that many people, if South Africans would hear me here, I'll be attacked, I'll be insulted and the like. But this is the truth. People must not hate the truth like what has happened with the ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe, where you are told the truth, you just decide to hate it for the sake of hating the truth or hiding behind the finger. And that does not help at the end of the day. Any nation that prospers is a nation that accepts the truth. Because truth is real and it's realistic. And that is what is on the ground. And that is the only thing that you can work with, if at all you are going to come up with something that is realistic and something that will help you become better. Truth will always build a nation, but lies will always destroy the nation. Dr. Dlozi for EFF has actually posted this, and he says, "Dear Minister Leon Schreiber addresses South Africans who oppose the importing of foreign skills, revealing that only 6% of South Africans hold degrees and a mere 1.5% have STEM degrees. Right? So let's hear what the minister said here.
People don't realize that in South Africa, only 6% of people actually have a tertiary qualification. There are economies in the world where that number is 30% or higher. And we obviously have a huge amount of work to do to increase skills within the South African economy. But one of the ways we can do that is actually by leveraging off countries that do have those skills.
You see, there we have it. How can you cover up for that gap? You can only cover up for that gap if you source for that kind of skill that you want. So it's not a matter of just hating somebody because they come from somewhere. No, you might not know the benefit that the individual is bringing into your own country. That I have always been giving the example of America. How America has managed to bring all tribes and all races. You find all races of people in America being Americans, original Americans. And some have been there for very long. And I was always saying America can come up with an army of Chinese who are Chinese Americans, Japanese who are Japanese Americans, blacks who are black Americans, you see. And people of different skills, people of different abilities are there. So that nation, that's why it has become the free world and it has become one of the most successful countries. Because this idea of just hating somebody for the sake really does not help at the end of the day. You would forget that that very person you want to chase is going to be the doctor who is going to be healing your own mom when your mother gets sick. That very engineer is the one who is going to fix a road where people are dying of accidents because of a poor road. It's going to be made by that engineer. That lecturer that you want to chase away and say, go back to Zimbabwe, is the one who is going to make your child also become a lecturer tomorrow. You see, because what these people are giving to the nation of South Africa is going to remain South African. If it's education that has been left by lecturers in South Africa, it will remain a South African asset. If infrastructure that is being built by engineers, no engineer will carry that infrastructure and go away with it. It will not, it will remain there in South Africa. And the day for that individual to go back will come. You see, I'm not saying that every foreigner must just go to South Africa and flock there. No, I'm not saying that. Of course, there are some that are committing crimes. There are some that are not doing anything at all and things like that. But for those that can bring benefit to the nation, they are really supposed to be received and appreciated. Maths teachers are difficult in South Africa. Science teachers are still difficult in South Africa. And most of these people, you find that they are foreigners, especially Zimbabweans. So the truth is truth. And it's a sad reality that the minister has just mentioned, but it is true. And it will remain true. And that is what it is. So our brothers in South Africa must also learn that this is the reality on the ground. Accept some people for the sake of your benefit. Hate them for your own demise. And that is the reality on the ground. So that is what it is. Just an update, family, that I was just giving to you of what is happening around our neighboring countries. Otherwise, remain blessed until we meet again in the upcoming shows. Shalom.